We forget little things all the time, sometimes even the big ones. Someone might ask, "What did you have for lunch yesterday?" And I genuinely have to stop and think. I might not even remember, and that's perfectly normal. Small lapses don't always matter. But then imagine you're in another country with a flight booked for a specific day and a specific hour. That moment isn't optional. Work assignments and project deadlines aren't optional either, especially when you're in a role where your team depends on you. Those are the kinds of commitments that demand discipline, not casual memory. Life moves fast. Each day, we juggle countless tasks and details. If you're on your own, it's one level of responsibility. But if you're caring for children, you're not just remembering your world, you're holding theirs together too. That's why memory matters. Even the little things shape our rhythm. They build structure, reliability, and confidence. Remembering things isn't just about memory, it's about discipline. We're constantly juggling tasks, and even something as simple as taking vitamins can slip through the cracks, especially during busy mornings. Remembering things isn't just about memory, it's about discipline. We juggle so many tasks that even something as simple as taking vitamins can slip through the cracks, especially on busy mornings. Sometimes you've taken them, but you can't remember if you actually did. These small lapses are fixable with simple systems. For example, on even-numbered days, I face the vitamin bottle forward. On odd days, I turn it to the back. If today is the 12th and the label is facing me, I know I've taken them. Simple, effective. That tiny rule keeps me consistent. Same with bread. I used to constantly lose the little twist tie. Now, I always put it in the exact same spot every time I open the bag. That one habit saves time, frustration, and mental clutter. These small disciplines don't just make life smoother at home. They build momentum everywhere else, including at work. Structure breeds success, one intentional habit at a time. Not remembering things can stem from two main causes: a lack of discipline or underlying health factors. That's why it's important to start with creating structure and habits that support memory: daily anchors, visual cues, small rituals. If you're still struggling after that, it might be time to explore deeper reasons. But discipline comes first. It's the foundation that keeps your memory sharp and your day on track. When you've built habits, routines, and daily processes, yet you still find yourself saying, "I forgot again," it's a sign that something deeper is happening. These aren't complicated tasks, they're everyday things. And when even the simple things slip through your fingers, it usually means your mind is carrying more clutter than you realize. Think about it this way. Imagine you went on a vacation, had a great time, came back refreshed, and 3 months later, you barely remember it. You never talk about it, never reflect on it, never appreciate it. It's as if the experience disappeared. That kind of disconnect has meaning. It shows that something inside you is clouded, a mental fog that blocks gratitude, memory, and emotional presence. I've seen people who struggle to appreciate the good others have done for them, not because they're unkind, but because they genuinely don't remember those moments. Their mind is so weighed down by internal noise that the positive things never settle in. When life becomes that cluttered, it's not just forgetfulness. It's a sign that the deeper layers need attention, care, and support. And sometimes, that means talking to a professional who can help untangle what's going on beneath the surface. They say remembering someone's name is one of the simplest, most powerful gestures of respect. When you meet someone and greet them by name the second time, that connection deepens. But how do you actually remember it? For me, it's about building a triangle. I connect the name to two distinct facts. Let's say I met him at work and we spoke about how he loves hiking. After the conversation, I repeat his name several times, mentally or out loud. I picture him hiking in his work clothes. Now I've anchored his identity with context, and the name sticks. Sometimes, breaking a name down into 2 syllables makes it easier to remember. It gives it rhythm, something your mind can latch onto. Take the name Daniel, for example. Daniel. Say it a few times, and the beat of it begins to stick. This trick works especially well when you're learning multiple names in a short time, like at a party or in a new job. Breaking the name down and repeating it mentally can turn a forgettable moment into a memorable connection. I use the same method when learning languages. Every time I learn a new word or phrase, I repeat it all day with the meaning, whispering it, saying it in rhythm, even making jokes with it. My friends laugh because I repeat words endlessly, but that repetition works. That's how I remember. This approach has helped me learn more than 5 languages. Truly a remarkable journey. While some people struggle to grasp even a second language, I've found that consistent repetition, association, and immersion make all the difference. It's not just about talent. It's about commitment to the rhythm of learning, one word at a time. Learning a language is never just about vocabulary and grammar. It's about understanding people. It's tuning into their intentions, their cultural rhythms, their unspoken norms. Words carry more than meaning. They carry emotion, context, and nuance. When you speak another language, you don't just say things. You start to feel how others express them. A simple phrase might mean one thing to you, but evokes something very different in their world. It's a shift in perspective, a bridge between how we speak and why we speak. You're not just learning how to talk. You're learning how to listen, how to connect, how to truly understand. You might live in a country and never truly learn the language, but repetition, context, and curiosity make memory real and lasting. Your personal growth in this new land often feels constrained, not just by the language itself, but by the deeper cultural meanings woven into everyday expressions. It's not that you don't understand what's being said, but rather that you absorb it through a lens shaped by your own background. When you've built habits, routines, and daily processes, yet you still catch yourself saying, "I forgot again," it's a sign that something deeper is going on. These aren't complex tasks. They're the everyday things that should feel automatic. When even the simple things slip away, it often means your mind is carrying more clutter than you realize. Think about it like this. You go on a vacation, enjoy every moment, come back refreshed, and 3 months later, it's as if the whole trip vanished. You don't talk about it, you don't reflect on it, you don't appreciate it. The memory fades into nothing. That kind of disconnect says something. It shows there's a cloud in your mind, a fog that blocks gratitude, presence, and emotional connection. Memory plays a bigger role in your life than most people admit. When your routines are solid and your disciplines are in place, remembering becomes easier. You stay grounded. You stay aware of why you do what you do. I've seen friends who get tired of where they are, pack up, move to another state or even another country, only to return later, confused about why they left in the first place. They didn't remember the real reason behind their decision. They didn't hold on to the lessons, the discomfort, or the clarity they once had. Without memory, you lose the thread of your own story. When you remember the good and the bad. You remember the lessons. You remember the truth behind your choices. Without that, you keep chasing new things hoping they'll bring satisfaction, only to realize they don't, because the real issue is that you've forgotten most of what shaped you in the first place. You catch every word when someone speaks, but the layers beneath, the subtle emotions, the cultural rhythms that shape their meaning, those often glide by unnoticed. It's not a lack of attention, it's a mismatch in interpretation. The message arrives, but its soul gets lost somewhere between translation and context. And so, even as you listen intently, true connection feels distant, like reaching for something wrapped in fog. When I learn a new word, whether it's English or a language I'm studying, I write it down carefully, spelling it out right. Sometimes I need help with that spelling, but I take the extra effort, because the act of writing transforms information into memory. It's the same with goals. If you want to achieve something, don't just say it. Write it down. Stick it to your wall. Let it greet you every morning. Saying, "I love Paris. I want to go there," is nice. But placing a photo of the Eiffel Tower with a heart drawn on it, that's a vision. That's motivation. Discipline in small things, like jotting down thoughts and dreams, makes us sharper, more efficient, and more aligned with what we truly want. Take my vitamin bottle, for example. I flip the label forward on even days, backward on odd days. Simple trick, big clarity. Another cue? When I'm by the pool, I know it's time to water the plants. Connecting those dots makes the chore automatic. Then there's tech and old school notes. I set alarms and reminders on my phone and watch for anything recurring, like monthly payments or timed calls. If something's urgent and I need to tell someone, I'll leave a sticky note, one for them, one for me. These small systems aren't just about memory, they're about rhythm. Visual cues, smart nudges, and repeatable actions turn chaos into order. Routine is one of the simplest and strongest ways to remember things. It turns actions into habits, and habits into automatic memory. In the morning, I brush my teeth. Then without thinking, I boil water to make tea. That sequence is a ritual, and it helps me stay on track. When I come home, I wash my hands immediately. It's not something I debate, it's just part of the flow. Same with where I place things. My car keys go in one spot. My phone goes in another. That way, I never have to search, I just know. Even while driving, if I'm not using the ignition, I put my keys in the same place every time. These small routines build predictability. And predictability keeps your mind clear and your day smooth. When writing down reminders, group tasks that naturally go together. If you're headed to the grocery store and the dry cleaners is right next door, put both side by side on your checklist. It's not just about remembering, it's about designing your day efficiently. To-do lists today on your phone aren't static. They let you sort tasks in the order that works best for you. Organize them by location, time, or priority. That way, you don't get home only to realize you forgot something and need to head out again. This isn't just planning. It's a smart way to save time, money, and energy. Another effective way to remember things is through word association. Some tasks aren't urgent, but they still need doing, so I link them to specific words or days. For example, Wednesday is for weeds, Saturday is for the supermarket. These little mental pairings create a discipline that makes tasks flow naturally. It's perfectly normal to forget things once in a while, we all do. But when forgetfulness becomes frequent or persistent, it could be more than just a slip in memory. It might point to deeper health concerns, especially when it begins to disrupt your daily rhythm. That's why it's so important to keep the brain engaged and tuned. Building good memory habits through repetition, routine, and mental associations can not only improve recall, but may also help reduce the risk of memory-related illnesses like Parkinson's. Staying sharp isn't just about productivity. It's about staying in control, protecting your health, and remaining present in the moments that matter. So start simple. Pair words, build routines, and train your mind to stay sharp. Memory isn't just about recall, it's about rhythm and self-care. Another reliable way to remember things is by retracing your steps. Let's say I'm knee-deep in a DIY project and suddenly realize my pliers are missing. Rather than panicking, I pause and mentally walk back through everything I've done, where I was standing, which part one worked on last, what I touched. That process almost always leads me right back to what I lost. Retracing steps isn't just practical. It's a memory strategy that taps into context and sequence. The mind may forget the item, but it often remembers the motion. Another memory method, one I've mentioned before, is repetition. When there's something I need to remember, I repeat it often. Sometimes I say it aloud. Sometimes I associate it with a familiar word or image. That repetition turns the thought into a path I can easily walk back to, a kind of personal memory lane. For example, if I need to recall a specific term or detail, I don't just say it once. I weave it into my day. I speak it. I relate it to something meaningful. Eventually, it sticks, not just because I thought about it, but because I made it part of my rhythm. Remembering isn't just a matter of discipline. It's also a matter of health and, at times, safety. Forgetting small things might seem harmless, but in the wrong context, it can be life-threatening. Imagine you're heating oil on the stove. You step away for a moment, distracted by something else. When you return, you can't remember how long it's been heating. That lapse could lead to serious consequences, a fire, an injury, or worse. That's why memory matters. Whether it's something as big as a flight across the world or as routine as grabbing groceries, both demand your attention. The little things support the big things. And building the habit of remembering is how you protect not just your time, but your life. You wake up in the morning and before you even realize it, you're already at work. That's habit. That's your brain running on autopilot. It's useful, but what's even better is learning how to interrupt that autopilot just enough to wake your mind up again. Try something simple. Take the second right turn instead of the first. Park on a different level. Walk through a different entrance. The moment you break the pattern, your brain has to switch back on. Your senses sharpen. Your awareness returns. And with that awareness comes memory. You actually experience the day instead of drifting through it. Doing the same thing every day builds consistency. But consistency can quietly turn into shortcuts, numbness, and laziness. When everything becomes predictable, your mind stops paying attention. That's why changing small things once in a while keeps you grounded. It forces you to stay present, to notice, to remember. A routine should support you, not dull you. A small shift is sometimes all it takes to wake your mind back up.